Okay. Okay, we're about to get started. Okay. Hey, Chris. Okay, you guys. Today on Healthy Living with Jess, I am making some salmon. I purchased some salmon from Whole Foods, and I'm going to make my salmon. So let me show you all of my ingredients. Let me see if I can turn it this way. Can you guys see that? Yeah, okay. So I have some basil. I have some of my secret for my salmon. A sea salt and herb grinder, some garlic, and some parmesan and romata, whatever, cheese. It's gonna be good. That's what I know. Okay. Hurry up. Okay, you guys, I am grabbing a teaspoon, I should say. And I am about to get started. I have already, so the way we're going to be doing this salmon is we're going to cook it in the air fryer. So let me grab some butter. So this is some butter that I already melted down. And this cute little thing, let me use this. So again, we have some sea salt, some minced garlic, some parmesan, some butter, some of the stuff that makes my salmon really, really good. And then I have my oil that I use to spray down my racks when I go to put them in the foodie. So I've already preheated my foodie. If you guys didn't hear me, I preheated it to 400 degrees so that when I get ready to put my salmon in, it's already heated up. So we don't have to worry about that time. I'm going to take my boning knife and I'm going to take it. Let me put so you guys can see. Can you guys see the salmon? Maybe if I turn it down like that. Okay, it's a glare. So let me take these gloves off and close these blinds and then wash my hands so we can get started. Maybe that helped it. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see, how does that look on there? Yeah, okay, I can see the salmon. Yep, okay, and I put on this big white. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. We're going to get started. dry my hands. And we are getting started. Okay. So now that all of the cleanliness things are out of the way, grab me another pair of gloves. This is wild-caught salmon. I got it from Whole Foods. And what I like about getting my salmon from Whole Foods is because they take the skin off for me. Some people like their skin on, but I like it off for the way that I cook my salmon. The only difference is this one had a little bit of bone in it, but the guy got it out for me. Double check, yeah. He said he got it out for me. So, okay. Making sure that's one right there. So I use my boning knife. I'm gonna get this. There we go. Yep. Let me sit that to the side. Okay, so we can get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these. Like so. For this one, I'm gonna cut it like this. And then I'm gonna cut it again. So if you order this dish from my website, the piece of salmon that you would get is pretty much like this. So you're fairly getting a nice size piece of salmon for $12. And remember, this salmon is wild caught. Okay. I'm just checking and making sure there's no more bones. And all right. So that's that. That's done. Okay, so the air fryer has came up to temperature at 400. Now I have my salmon sitting here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my special seasoning and I'm going to go ahead and put it on my salmon and rub it in like this. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over and do the same. The boys are outside. They're supposed to be cleaning out the patio for me for Mother's Day. So I told them I want to be outside tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so we're done with these gloves. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take this and sit this in the sink. And then I am going to grab some of this butter and I'm going to empty it in here. Then I'm going to grab some of this parmesan and I'm going to empty it in here. Now, many people make theirs a different way, but this is the way I make mine. And it seems to be a big hit because this is one of the dishes that people order weekly. One lady, all she ordered is salmon. Okay. So I got my parmesan in there. I got my butter in there, and then I'm going to add some garlic. And I'm doing a tablespoon. Actually, I'm doing a teaspoon. And a little bit more for good faith. Put it in the sink. I'm going to put my garlic back up. Okay. So now I got that in there. Then I go ahead and mix some of my basil in with it. And I'm going to use the rest of this. I have some more in the fridge. And then I use my grinder and add this down in there. Okay, so that's dirty. I can't use that one anymore. Okay. Okay, next I'm going to stir that mixture up with my little brush, and then I'm going to brush it on my salmon. Okay. So I have a good friend who I love dearly. She thinks she can cook better than me, but she can throw down in the kitchen as well. And she was giving me some pointers on how to prepare my salmon if you're doing meal prep, because she meal preps for her family daily, weekly. Not just her family, but for not her immediate family, but for her mom and, you know, different people in her family. And she was telling me, you don't know when they're going to eat the salmon. So you need to make sure that you don't fully cook it like we would cook it for it to be done. Because when they heat it back up, you don't want it to dry out. So those of you who meal prep, make sure that if you're using a dish or you're using salmon and you're doing your meal prep, make sure that you, if the recipe calls for it to cook for, look, it's already thickening up. I love this. Call for it to cook for 8 minutes. You cook it for a little bit under. And remember that you have to, especially if you're not eating it till later on in the week, that when you heat it up, it'll finish cooking the rest of the way. I remember when I first started making this, one of my ladies was like, she really liked the dish, but she thought it was, because I said it was crusted, she thought that it was with breadcrumbs. And I was like, no, I don't use breadcrumbs. Remember, my husband is gluten-free. So when I crusted it with some grass-fed butter and parmesan. Now, I like mine thick like this, heavy on there. Joey likes his like this. But remember, I don't really eat salmon. The only way I can eat it is if it's air fried or in this stir fry that I make it, or old school way that my grandma used to make it in salmon patties. Okay. I'm going to try this year to get it out of my comfort zone. And even though I don't eat it, to cook more of it, because my sisters love seafood. And I want to add more. And I have a lot of people that ask me about seafood dishes. And I want to, look at that. I want to add more on the menu. So, okay. Put a little bit more. The only seafood I eat, I have to be in a shrimp mood to eat it. And whitey, perch, and I like flounder. Okay. I know it don't look like much now, but give me a minute. Let me get my life together, get this together. Okay. So I got my mixture on there. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go ahead and set it over here. Sink. I'm gonna actually wash this brush off. Let it sit here because when I put the salmon in the air fryer, I like to go back over it and brush it with the remainder of the butter that's left. Okay. So I take my racks and I'm going to spray them over the trash can. And can I help you? I'm getting Shadow's leash. Okay. I'm going to spray it over the trash can so it doesn't get slippery. Or you can spray it over the sink. Your daddy home yet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He's gluing his stuff out.
Okay. That's one. Set that one there. I'm going to do this one. Okay. And I'm going to take my salmon and place it on my dish. It's like a Jenga. Let's move this one over just a little bit. Okay. You know what? How about I take this one and put it up here because it seems to have more room. Yeah. And this can go here. Okay. So I have my salmon sitting there. And I'm going to put this over in the sink. And then we're going to move over to the air fryer. Okay. Go ahead and leave it open. And let me get ready to... Let's see. Let's move you guys over to the air fryer. Okay. I'm gonna tilt this, so we're gonna tilt it like this. Make sure you guys can see. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna bring the salmon over. We're gonna put the tall rack in first. And then we're gonna put in the smaller rack. And it sits on each other like that. And then we're gonna close it. Remember, I already preheated it for the, actually, you know what, let me take this one off for a minute. For the sake of you guys, I'm gonna do these 3 at a time. Okay. Who is that? Okay. Hey babe. So I'm gonna close it. Can you guys see the foodie? I am setting it to 400 and I'm going to do 5 minutes at a time.
Just in time.
So we're gonna let that cook. So while that's doing that, okay, you working on your stuff? Okay. Sit in the fridge until I can cook this next set. Okay, so while we're working on that, I want to talk to you guys about the stuff that I just made. So let me do it like this. Okay. So you guys, I am trying to I guess it's called expand the things that I do. You know, I do a lot of cooking and I do a lot of holistic things. Like I make my own elderberry. I make different things for the kids using either essential oils or different herbs and things that I found. And I make my own salad dressings. But I've never ventured out to make like chicken wings and things to go into my chicken wings. My sister came and she brought me this sauce that she loves so much. And it was a sugar-free sauce. And it was really, really good. And everybody loved it. But I decided, okay, I want to make my own sauce. I want it to be my sauce. It to be a Healthy Living with Jess sauce. So I made my own. And I used some today because I made some wings for my customer to try. But I made my own sauce. And, of course, I haven't came up with a thing. I just made it this morning. But this teriyaki sauce right here that I made. When I tell y'all, it is the business. It's so good. It has the right amount of sweet. It is, oh my God, I love it. And I use all natural ingredients. And I like that when I'm cooking it and I'm making it and I'm putting my time in it, I know exactly what's in it. And it's great to get stuff that's from Whole Foods or Earth Fare, especially when they come back. That's good for you. But when you make your own stuff, you know exactly what's in it. So I know exactly what's in this. It tastes great. I didn't compromise the taste or anything. So I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to add it to, I think I want to do a teriyaki stir fry and add this and see how it is. Because it was great on the wings. But I want to see what else I can make with it. I'm good at coming up with different recipes or tweaking old recipes and making them my own. But I truly believe that God gave me this talent and this gift. So I really want to not just take old recipes and make them my own, but make my own recipes to add to my my brand. So yeah, that's just a little bit I want to talk about. Okay, so let's flip this back around and let's check on this baby. Okay. Alrighty. So we are going to, let me get my thing out so I can test it. You can, actually I don't need this because I'm not cooking it all the way through. You can check it to see how cooked it is. One thing I learned that with salmon, if it flakes, it's cooked. But remember, I don't want to cook it so much, and I don't want it to be, I'm looking for spoon. There we go. Too pink. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so for those of you who asked in my inbox just now about salmon being cooked well done, that's why I took the other one off so that I can cook that one to the temperature that I need it. So when I reheat it, but this one we're going to eat right now. So I want to show you guys when it flakes off. When you can flake it, your salmon is done. You can cook it a little longer. Can you guys see that? I wonder if maybe I should bring you closer. Because you really don't want to compromise your juiciness of your salmon. You also can buy, if you can't tell like that, if you're still scared, you can't tell like this, you can also buy a meat thermometer and it will tell you. So this salmon is good. And why is it good only at 5 minutes? Well, because I had already preheated the foodie. So this one is good. This one right here is a little more pink in the inside, which is totally fine because Joey's not eating right now. He's busy working on his pergola that he's building. So he'll be able to heat this one up. And then this one is fine. So I'm going to get my tray. Let's sit these bad boys in my dish. Air fried salmon is so good. And oh, it's so good. Can you still see? Can you guys see how juicy it is? So around the outsides, yes, it's cooked a little more, but on the insides, when you flake and you pull, you see that juiciness in the inside. And that's what, can you see? That's what I like. Okay. Sorry, I'm over here tasting and eating. So let me go ahead and take this one off. And I'll cook that one a little more. And I'm gonna add my second set. And that's it. You can serve this with whatever you want. You can do it with cauliflower rice, broccoli. For us, we're going to have a nice green salad. I'm going to add this some more thyme to it. And there you go. And you can always brush it again with some more butter. You can add your more basil on top or whatever else you want to do. So that's it for this segment of Healthy Living with Jazz. No, but seriously, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. If you like this salmon and you like how it looks and you want to know anything else about salmon, you can always message me, or if you want to check it out, check my website out for yourself and see all of the tasty, healthy dishes that I offer. You can go to Healthy Living with Jess, that's JESS.com, and place your order. All right, I love you guys. Happy Mother's Day weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.